So this woman is walking around the retail store with a shovel, breaking everything in sight when the cop shows up.
Taser ass, man! Taser! Taser! Taser ass, man!
The man filming is yelling at the officer to tase her, but instead he grabs her, throws her to the ground, and approaches her. She grabs a hold of his ankle. Now this might look familiar from the breakdown at Walmart we did a year ago, except then the officers were much less trained, so the video went viral for a totally different reason. Look at what a little bit of training will do. He controls the suspect, he gets her on her belly, eventually she turns back up, he maintains control, pins her back down, and achieves full mount. At this point, he realizes his handcuffs are missing, but because he maintains prefrontal cortex activation, he can calmly ask someone to get them for him. And another bystander, this woman here, walks over, grabs the handcuffs, hands them to him, and he thanks her. And then listen to this. She tells him he's going to grab her gun. He pins one arm, spins around, catches the other arm in a perfectly applied armbar from the mount, maintains full control. In case you couldn't see it, here's what he did. He pinned one arm, she turned, and he grabs the other arm and pulls it. By pinning one of her wrists to the ground, it turned her shoulders, facilitating the spin for the armbar. And for him to have done this all in a vest and with a duty belt is very impressive.
It was only right. I can't even be mad at the cop. Word up.
So at this point, he maintains armbar control. She tries to kick him a few times. Eventually, backup comes in, kind of swarms the legs, pushes him down. And at this point, the officer takes his legs off, releases the arm, starts to get up on his knees. But because the legs went to the south side, the suspect's arm was freed at this point. So she was able to pull her hand back to her chest. And this is what happened. His legs went south, and her arm went north, and she was able to untangle her arm and then pronate and hide her hands in front of her chest, making it a little more difficult. So at this point, there's a little battle for the hands. Both officers are trying to assist. It's a little bit of a struggle. They eventually work it out. You see she clasps her hands. They break her grip right here. Watch. Pops the grip beautifully. Great a la Vonka right there. And then eventually pronates her once again with the arms behind her back this time. And another bystander comes in, offers to help, and actually pins the ankles down while they finish applying the cuffs. And again, the officer is so present because of his training. Look at this. He's able to thank the bystander during the altercation. How about that? So here's where things got tangled up. If when you release the armbar, the legs go south and their hand goes north, you always have to release it prior to cuffing transition, which is where you lose control of the suspect. In GST, we teach our officers to fold their legs north while keeping the suspect's hand to the south, which allows them to transition into cuffing without ever compromising control of the suspect. Listen, guys, she said she was going to grab his gun and she attempted to do so. This is the perfect example of a situation where even though deadly force might have been justified, it wasn't necessary explicitly because of the sound training the officer has received. I'd like to invite this officer to attend any GST course nationwide, and if he can't make it happen, we'll unlock our new 60-day online GST instructor certification course so he can get full certification from anywhere in the country.